Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm here at the Vulcan Garage with our 2022 Vulcan Grunt. Now this fat tire machine, it certainly turns heads. It looks good, but people have a lot of questions about it. Why do I need a fat tire bike? Is an electric bike going to get me to where I want to go if I'm going hunting or fishing or just having a good time outdoors? Well, after this walk around video, I'll be able to show you just why this machine is not only a whole lot of fun to play with, it's also very efficient and it's also very effective at getting you where you want to go because of these huge tires on here. So let's start the walk around video with the important stuff, the electrical system. Okay, so what's the first step we have to do once we get this bike and we're ready to go for a ride? Well, we need to make sure that we are plugged in and everything's charged up. Super easy to do. It's got magnets that hold on the cover here. You just pop that off. Right inside here is where you'll find your batteries. You can actually put two of them in here to double all the outdoor adventures. Right on the battery, there's a little gauge. Shows you how much charge you have. Got 93% charge here. That'll take me right on through lunchtime for sure. There's a big plug here, and you want to make sure that plug is seated all the way in. This one is. I'll go ahead and pop the top back on, and now, just hit the power switch. This bike is on. You hear that? Completely silent. This bike is on and ready to go. What'll happen right up here on your display unit, you'll see that the bike is already in neutral for us. So let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to get the bike into the fun modes here that we're going on. There's an OK button over here. Going to hold that down for a moment, and we'll be in our first mode, which is Stroll Mode. Now, if I don't do anything else, the bike is in Stroll Mode. This mode is going to help me move the bike out of my garage, maybe up onto my rear hitch carrier. It's a very, very slow speed to help you just maneuver the bike around instead of having to carry all that weight yourself. Next mode, if I hold down the OK button for just a second here, we'll be able to go right into Explore Mode. Now this isn't going to give you top speed, but it's going to give you the longest range on your battery. So you'll be able to go more places, go explore quite a bit more, and still do this all silently, which is just fantastic. Next mode on here is Sport. And I'm just like you, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in Sport Mode, and I'm going to give her a wide open throttle, and we're going to go have some fun with it. This will deplete the battery quicker, but this is how you'll be able to get from point A to point B much, much faster. Okay, so that's how you go forward on this bike. What happens if you end up going down a trail you don't really want to be going down, or you need to kind of back out of a sticky situation? Well, we actually have reverse on this bike as well. So to access reverse, all you have to do is make sure you're in neutral mode and you hold down the down arrow on the pad over here. You'll notice it says REV. So all you have to do is give it a little bit of throttle here and we'll be backing up. Very, very slow. You can't go in reverse very quickly. To get out of reverse, you just let go of that down arrow. So just make sure if you want to be in reverse, hold that down, back on up, get it out of your garage, down the trail, wherever you're trying to get out of, and then you're back in neutral and you're ready to go forward again. A few other cool things that this little display unit can do for you. On the main screen, we've got what gear we're in and how much battery life is left. Just a nice little bar graph for you. If you go over one, it shows you the different ride modes that are available and which one you're currently in. Click over one more, it's your charge state with your volts and amperage, and it shows you how much you're using. Lots of information there. And the final screen is the alert screen. Now this is going to pop up if your battery is getting below a certain voltage and it's time to turn around and head on back to camp. So other than that though, it'll primarily be on this main screen right here just to let you see everything at a glance and keep on looking down the trail. Now right here next to this little display unit, you notice this dust cap over here. Now if you undo this dust cap, crank that off, you'll see a USB port right there. That's a 5-volt accessory USB port. That's great for hooking on your cell phone, put it on a mount there, plug it in, be able to check out different trail maps that you're on, maybe broadcast live to all of your followers, whatever you need 5 volts for. It's very conveniently located right here next to this little display unit.
In addition to the D-pad, you can use this emergency select button to go through the different ride modes. Now, this comes in handy if you were to hit a branch or lay the Grunt down and damage the D-pad. The Grunt also comes with a 12-volt SAE port that you can use to connect any additional motorcycle accessories like heated grips and vests or LED lights.
When you turn the Grunt on, you'll notice that our daytime running light is automatically lit up here. This little switch over here on the left side of the handlebars, we have our normal low beam, and then of course 2 clicks up gives us our high beam. We should be able to see any of those deer or bear before we hit them cruising down the trail. The only thing really left up here now are the brake handles. Now, since you don't have a clutch on this machine, since there's no gears, both of your brakes are right here. You have a front brake and a rear brake. We have the clear reservoirs to see exactly what the fluids are looking like on there. And squeezing either one of these, you'll notice, turns on our LED integrated brake light back here. So it takes a little getting used to, but once you get used to it, all the braking happens right here at your fingertips. Keep your feet on the pegs and head on down. There are three main components to the power plant on our Grunt. You've got the battery, the motor, and the controller. Let's get into the batteries. Right here is where you'll find your battery. Now this battery is a 33 amp hour lithium-ion battery. It'll give you about 35 miles of range depending on the rider, the different conditions that you're in. There's also room for a second battery in here, which is really nice because you can go ahead and double your range, double the amount of fun you're having on this machine. So we do have a secondary strap that you would use if you're going to put a second battery in here, but super easy to charge these things up. There's a little display on here. You can look at it. Mine currently has 93% left, so I'm going to go ahead and if I want to charge it, I just take off this little dust cap right here, unscrew that all the way, and now you see the plug is open. Go ahead and plug it in. You can either charge the batteries while they're in the bike, or you can undo the strap, take it out, and put it on your bench, in your garage, in your house, wherever you decide to charge them up. Now, that battery will feed this 60-volt motor that's right here. This motor, it's not so much about horsepower with electric machines, it's all about torque because you get instant torque. And this motor right here puts about 75 foot-pounds of torque directly to that rear tire. Now it feeds all that power to the rear tire via this heavy-duty chain right here. We have a very heavy-duty chain. It's gonna handle pretty much anything you can throw at it. Rocks, sticks, carcasses, whatever you decide to roll over that day. Heavy-duty chain will give you years and years of service here as long as you maintain it. One of the most unique features on our Grunt are these huge 25x8 tires on here. Now these things are designed to give you the best performance to take you just about anywhere you want to go, whether it's dirt trails or through the snow or even sandy beaches. They're also very, very comfortable. It's like you're riding on two big pillows, if you will. Not only that, but they're very stable. Because of the width of these things, it's very hard to want to lean this bike down or let it go down too far. So not only is it very performance oriented, but it's also very comfortable. So if you've got two batteries in here and you want to do a full 70 mile day of riding, you can do so in comfort. So those are all some really great things about our Vulcan Grunt. There are a couple things we're not going to be able to offer you because of this bike. You won't have the excuse of hanging out in your garage all weekend because you have to work on your motorcycle. You're not going to be able to do oil changes and worry about air cleaners and valve adjustments and all those types of things. As long as you maintain your battery and your chain, this bike will give you years of trouble-free service. So very, very effective performance machine here, a whole lot of fat tire fun, and all you have to do next is throw a leg over it and go check it out for yourself. If you'd like more information about our Vulcan Grunt or any of our products, you can go to vulcan.com or follow us on social media at vulcan.ev. Thanks for your time.